Hey, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here in a cat mask because somebody gave me the feedback that why would they listen to somebody in a cat mask? They don't trust anybody that would use a mask in any of their Facebook Live videos. And that got me to thinking, what a ridiculous judgment and assumption. But we all make those. We all make these bizarre judgments and assumptions based on our past beliefs, our past thoughts, past ideas that other people have given us. And most of them are complete and utter bullshit. So I decided today, just because of that feedback, I am going to do my daily journal of what I'm up to now in a cat mask. And I'm up to a lot now. It's a brand new week. I'm super excited. I've got some really cool things coming up. But I'm also meeting with a tremendous woman who is going to help me with my podcast. As you may or may not be aware, I launched my podcast last week before, just recently. I think it was last week just. Time flies, doesn't it? And I launched it without music, without good sound quality, without an introduction, without an outgo or whatever they're called, or a call to action. I just launched it after about 6 months of thinking about it, probably longer, and trying to figure out all the pieces and getting it perfect. I just said, to heck with it. And mainly because of this woman, she launched hers in a week. And I'm like, all right, she's got all the pieces and components, so she knows really what to do. But I saw that she launched it and I'm like, I am not waiting anymore. I am just launching it. And now she'll help me figure out, and other people will help me figure out the pieces that I need. And mostly I know someone to edit them for me and put on the music and the introduction and I can do the call to action, but I just need to start remembering to do a call to action. But I do need someone to help me with the technical aspects of that, because although I've proven I can learn it, because I learned the technology to get it up in the first place, it takes me way too long, and it's too stressful and too difficult for me to have to figure out all of these little pieces by myself. So Arlene is going to help me with that today, and I'm super excited. And then I get to actually see her in a couple of weeks in Orlando, Florida, because we are going to an event called Funnel Hacking Live. I'm actually a certified partner for ClickFunnels, which is the most incredible software tool and computer creation tool that I have ever come across. It makes doing things online in my life so much easier than it was in the past. You know, I've been playing online for over a decade. I mean, I've been following Jim Edwards and several other people, including Russell Brunson and Armin Morin and all the guys that are really big names now. I've been following as they've gone through their transformations and watched what they've done. And I mean, Russell Brunson made $3 million in a 90-minute presentation at the Grant Cardone event a few weeks ago. And I'm like, wow. So that just shows you what's possible if you want to do things like that. Or it just shows me that whatever I want to do is entirely and totally possible. It's just a matter of figuring it out and doing it. And actually, the biggest part is the doing. You know, a lot of times we have to figure things out as we're doing them, as we're learning. But if we don't start, if we don't take that first step, we never figure out what we need to do to get the next step and the next step and the next step to get us to where we want to go. So I'm doing that today. I am still working on figuring out how to share my presentation on a live screen. I'm going to have to hunt today. I thought about it this morning as I was waking up. There's got to be a Facebook Live help somewhere, or I can Google it. But I've got to figure out how do you man the controls of your pages when you're sharing on Facebook Live. I haven't figured that out. And then Be Live, which is a platform that I bought to help me do presentations and share my screen. For some reason, I can't get that to work either. It doesn't show anything. When I go to share my screen, it'll share my screen, but I can't do anything on my screen to show people what I'm trying to do. So I don't know if I'm going to have to record it in Camtasia and then just play it on the live, or what. Again, Camtasia is just another software program that I've had for, I don't know, I've had Camtasia for at least since I learned about it from Jim Edwards at least 6 or 7 years ago, but I haven't used it very much. I maybe use it twice a year. So it's kind of something that I bought that I'm definitely underutilizing and I need to figure out how to use. So I'll be trying to figure that out today. And if that's what I have to do, that's what I have to do. But it kind of sucks because I want to do it live. And if I don't figure out the technology, it's pretty hard to do it live. But I will figure it out. In addition to that, what's going on? We are having trouble with our app programmer, which, you know, it's really frustrating, but we are going on. This week we'll be 3 months behind on the deliverables from programming. So we're actually having to escalate that and figure out what our next steps are because it's not working and we need to get it done. It's too big a project. We've got a year invested in it, over a year. Some of the team has well over a year invested in the project. I have at least a year and a whole shit ton of money, not just a little bit of money, a shit ton of money invested in it. So I will make darn sure that it works and that we get it done and we get it into beta testing. We are supposed to be alpha testing it the first week of December, actually between December 7th and 11th. And we still have not gotten an alpha testable version of the app. And so it's easy to get frustrated by that, but there's no point in getting frustrated. It's just to the point where we need to figure out what our alternatives are, and it's looking like find different programmers. And that's doable. It's frustrating and it's stressful to the team, but guess what? It's totally doable. Everything's doable. It's just a matter of pulling the trigger and saying, yep, we need this. We need to move on and get somebody else who's capable of doing what we're asking to actually deliver on the project. So that is my day. I hope you go out and make it an awesome day, and I will catch you up tomorrow. Bye.